The point of this video is that you can obsess and stress over numbers, or you can celebrate all the fun things you love about your webcomic and enjoy the adventure. I definitely want to go with the latter, and I think if you clicked on this video, you probably want the same. So what do you say? Let's jump into healthy milestones for your webcomic. I'll be talking about milestones that are actually in your control and won't drive you crazy checking numbers all the time. And I speak from experience. It's so easy to obsess over the numbers. The numbers, don't make your comic. You do. But I mean, I guess if you really want to get all technical, the zeros and ones running your computer for your digital art kind of do, but anyway. So what are healthy milestones? These are goals you can reach that are within your control and should be celebrated, because let's face it, creating comics is not easy and it's definitely a marathon. So why not celebrate Celebrate every little victory along in this exciting adventure. Alright, first milestone, posting your comic, aka launch day. Actually posting your first episode is a huge feat in and of itself, and it should definitely be celebrated. I mean, you actually did it. It's up on a platform where it has the potential for the world to see it, so great job! This is the beginning of your adventure, and while it might be a quiet start, it will be fun to look back at later down the road. Next milestone, getting your first 3 episodes out. Getting your first 3 episodes out is great to help show what your comic is going to be about. And if it's on Webtoon Canvas, the 3rd episode is where the platform helps you out by prompting the readers to subscribe to your comic. So celebrate it. Next, celebrating your first of many Q&A sessions. These are just fun. Announce that you're doing a Q&A session on your comic a few episodes in advance and see what kinds of questions your readers will have for you. If your readers are shy, you can ask yourself some questions that you think the readers would have and answer them in the Q&A. Readers are still curious about the people behind the comic that they're reading, so share your inspirations, fun facts about your characters, and other things that you think the reader might be interested in to learn about your story. And give yourself a pat on the back for doing a Q&A session. Next, your first character profiles episode. Making your first character profile episode is a fun way to share a little more about your characters outside of the comic. Things that likely wouldn't be mentioned immediately, such as birthdays, favorite foods, likes, dislikes, what they ate last Sunday, I don't know. But you get the idea, and you can have a lot of fun with it. Next, I'm going to be saying next a lot, sorry. Celebrate 3, 6, 9, and 12 months of posting your comic consistently. Great job! Whether that's posting an episode every week, bi-weekly, or once a month, you're doing it, so celebrate it. And if you had to take a break in there somewhere, celebrate when you come back to posting your comic again. Maybe you can do something fun for your comic's anniversary. I know some creators have done special episodes or illustrations, or even hosted their own Draw This in Your Style challenge for their anniversary. And other creators just relax and chill for their comic anniversary. Like me. I launched my comic on my 30th birthday as a present to myself, so I'm gonna relax on my birthday, okay? Next milestone, and again, these aren't really in much of a particular order, so if you skip around, that's totally fine. And obviously the months one is a little more in order, but everything else, yeah, it's fine. Celebrating a major plot reveal in your comic. It's fun to see how your readers will react. And it's cool to just get one of those major reveals in your story. That means you're progressing your story, and hitting that kind of milestone is just really satisfying. At least for me it is. Next milestone, celebrating a particularly challenging panel or scene in your comic. Anytime you complete a panel that was a challenge to draw or a scene that was tough to write, I want you to congratulate yourself like my toddler does, because you did it. I might be able to get him to say it, I don't know. It'll be right here if I do, so. Is that cool? Yeah, it's making noise.
Whoa.
Whoa.
2, 1, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, the timer's ticking out. Can you say, "Great job, Mommy"? He was not having it. But yeah, with that level of enthusiasm, I want you guys to praise yourself for a job well done, completing a challenging panel or a challenging scene in your comic, because that stuff's hard. It's really hard. So just, be nice to yourself and yeah, congratulate, praise yourself and move on. I've talked about small victories before, and definitely, be rewarding yourself. Reward yourself. Yes, that. So yeah. Anyway, here are some other milestones to celebrate. So this section is stuff that you're not quite in control of, but it's still great to celebrate when it does happen. And I really want to acknowledge it here. Your first funny comment. So I like to read the comments on my webcomic, and it really helps me just stay like a little extra motivated and stuff, and just gives me a little bit of extra inspiration. And the first funny comment I got, just, oh my, it literally, like, I was crying tears of laughter because it was so ridiculous, and then I had to share it with my husband because I did not. Okay, so the comment that I'm talking about is, I believe it was in episode 1 or maybe episode 3, when our resident fairy boy first appears in the comic, and someone commented, "That Link looking ass." Oh, that was appropriate. And I had never made that connection before, that he looks like Link from Legend of Zelda. I lost it. And then it was really funny because I guess that comment just became contagious, and I see it all the time now in my webcomic, and every single time it makes me smile. And so I think it's really important to celebrate like the first funny comment that you get on your comic. So yeah, Link looking at. Next milestone. Having someone other than immediate family or friends share your comic. That's pretty self-explanatory, but it's just something that's really cool when you find like someone sharing your comic somewhere and you're just like, oh, I didn't ask them to do that. That's a random person that I am not related to in any way, shape, or form that has found my comic and liked it, and they want to share it with their friends and family, or whoever they want to share it with. So that's a cool thing to celebrate. Another milestone. The first time you receive fan art of your characters. And really just any time you receive fan art of your characters. I mean, look at these guys. Sadly, no Regan fan art yet that I've seen, so but who knows? And when it does eventually happen, I'll be there to celebrate it. I think the coffee finally kicked in because I'm actually like much more awake now. Next milestone. Celebrating your first collaboration with other comic artists. And just like the fan art one, celebrating any other collaborations you do after that first one. Because honestly, it's really fun to just be around other people who are also very passionate about their comics as well. So, last bonus milestone, making a pop-in thumbnail. This is the footage of said thumbnail. Should I go on a little tangent here? Yeah, I think I should. Alright, so here's some quick tips to making a pop-in thumbnail. Contrast, curiosity, color, clarity, and creative. Contrast. The character should pop out from the background in your thumbnail. In terms of value, avoid too many midtones and strive to have dark darks and light lights. Curiosity. Much like YouTube thumbnails, your comic thumbnail is the first impression you have for potential readers. So make a thumbnail that sparks some curiosity. If a reader asks themselves, what is that character doing? Or what are they holding? Or, oh my god. Chances are they're already tapping on your title and now they're reading your comic summary. Color. Color is just awesome. Something color theory, but really pick out the best colors from your comic and see what makes your thumbnail stand out. And then compare it to the other thumbnails that you see in your genre. What separates yours? For example, the majority of romance category on Webtoon Canvas is a sea of pinks and Pascal is the name of my cat. Pastels. See if you can use your colors smartly. Clarity. Your thumbnail needs to be clear. Like you can tell what's going on even at the small size or at like a quick passing glance. Creative. This goes hand in hand with curiosity. Think about what kind of moment you're going to snapshot in that thumbnail. Give the characters some expression. Don't just have them sit there unless it's like a unsettling pose or, like a genre horror setting or something. But, play with it. If it's romance, you can play off of the chemistry between the two lead characters or however that is. Or you can pick a significant moment in your comic that the readers will be intrigued by. The point is you can have fun and be creative with your thumbnail. And honestly, I would really encourage it because the thumbnail is the very, very first impression that most people will have of your comic, and it'll be a major deciding factor of if they're actually going to click on it or not, or tap on it. Depends on mobile or website. Either way, once you make your poppin' thumbnail, please, please, please celebrate that you made it. Like that, going right back to the whole theme of this video is that you need to be celebrating all the little victories that you have and anything that you're doing towards working on your comic and making it better and having fun with it should really, I personally think, should be celebrated. If you're still here, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. This box will probably say Mermaid to the right hand side of the screen, but if you're early, probably nothing.
Wow.